Welcome to this. I'm currently sorting this out. So it's a Reaper's Cloth. Okay, I'm writing this spell at this point. Welcome to this night chat of me trying to sort this out. So, I want to sort out so that some of these Pokemon in my box are higher level. One's a sword, by the way. Only way to really do this is for me to go on here and just take my time and look up how they all evolve, and then going off of that as a double check, and then basically work out which ones are actually going to be worthwhile actually even evolving, let alone anything else. So Stunky is needs to be level. Ooh, I've done it slightly differently. Right, next up, Lillipop. This is ordered based off of what's in my box for the record. So while I'm doing this, you can take a look at Slowpoke, Cantonian Slowpoke. I've forgotten where L is on the alphabet. That's Lilligant, not Lillipup. I'm bad at this. I'm wearing, and by the way, I'm wearing this headset currently, sorry. Right, level 6. Oh! I just give it a rare candy. It's a level 16, and then level 32. Standard sort of thing. Swirlix, I believe we looked up. Swirlix, I think we did indeed look up before in a different bit. But instead of me double checking which part it was, yeah, it's trade with Ripstream. Trade with Ripstream. Noibat is a thing. Noibat falls into Noivan at level 48. And I believe this was a Gen 6 Pokemon with a high evolution level. Yeah, it was. Gen 6. And Gen 7 gives you it at level 13. So about level 10-ish. So level 13 I'd argue more. I think you can get at level 13 in the cave. Alright, then Scraggy. Level 39 because Gen 5. And then the Vesta. That 1-2 combo punch there with like, oh, you want to level up some of your Pokemon you got? Oh, it's a shame you got so many Gen 5. Yeah, level 59. Like, here's the thing. We could grind Lefesto up. And here's the thing. I've actually did take a look at my league card. It says here, Pokemon of up to level 80 will listen to me, but I can only catch of up to level 50. Ideally, what you'd do in order to be able to catch any Pokemon you desire, you'd want to beat Waihan. Obviously, we've not got much more in terms of places we can catch, so bear with me on that. It's the few routes we do have left. We need to determine when we're going to do it, probably after Waihan. But this is a good thing. I can also just leave it in like a place so that we could see it. So yeah, maybe I should move the chat bit, but I can't. Yeah, do I do that? Welcome to what happens when you try to manipulate a tab. Wait, okay, so yeah, let's leave you guys on being able to see a Pokemon. Let's give you the power to look at the elegance that is Alolan Ninetales while I do this. I almost accidentally pressed the button when I was starting to sort this all out, so bear with me on this. Anyway, entertainment wise, I should probably do something entertaining. I don't know. Right, Wimpod, Gen 7 Pokemon that evolves at level 30. Okay. Bulbasaur! I should know this off by heart by now. I've played Gen 1 enough times. Oh wait, I've played Pokemon Yellow enough times. But level 16. And of course this one Gigantamaxes. And actually, you know what? Yeah, it's the same as Lillipup. And then 32 for Venusaur. And it Gigantamaxes. Then we've got Wyhorn. Why in the Wyhorn? I'm creative, you see. This is actually a little bit of behind the curtains, just to figure out on this sort of side of things as to how we do things. Level 42, I have caught myself Wide-Ons before, and then trade with Protector. Sadly, it's a trade evolution outside of Legends Arceus. Shame. Anyway, Whismur. It's a normal type. And it falls at level 20 and then again at level 40. So, level, I'm doing this one. Level 20 and then level 40. Oh, I put level 29. That's wrong. Don't look at that. Look at that. Now it's correct. Next up, Mienfoo. Mienfoo is in the ambit. Past that one. Past that one. Mienfoo. Level 50. And that's another option. Really? That's like Gen 6. So, not Gen 5. Gen 6. You'd be bizarre. I am bizarrely... Like, there was multiple that were like real high level for some reason. Yeah, Sandar's not too far from evolving the first time round. At level 29 and then level 40. Then Cubfoo, which Isle of Armor questline. We'll just put it at that and leave it at that. So yeah. Vanillite. We caught so many Gen 5 Pokemon. This was something that was coming, and we need to do this while I've got good Pokemon to farm with. Level 35 and then level 45. That's actually, no, not level 45, level 47. I'm misreading. And then lastly, Litwick. Litwick is a level 41. Fair. Level 41. And then Dusk Stone. So we've only had 2 evolutions that are stone related. We've got 1 happiness evolution. We got the Galaric. It's a Galufka. There we go. I'm going to search that up now, actually. Galarica. Weave / Cuff. If we look at Bulbapedia. Warring Sea Caves for the Count Chandra for the Reef, which is for 15 of them, or in the Isle of Armor, the Galarica Tough. There's a woman in the Workout Sea that nets us this. So what we would have to do is we'd have to get 8 twigs and then get to an island where the person is. I don't know which island it is on, but yeah. Yo, what's up? That's one thing I asked. Would you be interested in custom graphics like 2D, 3D? I can show you some of the Discord. I missed a whole bunch of comments apparently. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna pass for the moment. Wait, okay, right. Right, so anyway, wait, I can minimize that now for the moment, and yeah, move that potentially. My screen is now covered with more things because I'm going to keep an eye on this. Yeah, it's still there. So the actual tab bit, so the actual thing here, this is our list. I'll minimize it as much as I can. I remember the chat bit. Okay. Discord username in chat. What is this person going on about? Interesting coloring, graphics, designs like 2D, 3D model, banners, overlay, profile pages, thumbnails, intros, outros, etc. Let's not be too hasty there. I need to probably do this on a different tab. Wow, freaking confused. Oh god. Right, let's just take a gander over there quickly. Right, okay, so now we just need to, one thing we need to do is, okay, interesting. That's going to definitely be a consider thing. I'll think that one through while I'm doing this a little bit. Ah, crap, screwed up the thing. Right. Yeah, you minimize the tab, and I've realised now that it's real small otherwise, so I've realised now that some of this stuff is over the chat and over other things, so what I'll do is I'll turn that off for the moment so that I can see my screen a lot more. Right, okay, so there's also the factor of what we can see on our team right now. As we can see, some of these Pokemon maybe could be a little bit higher level. Some of it's due to just not used yet. Some of it's due to the fact that we have been using, just not all the time. So ultimately what we've got to do is farm. We can farm XP candies from the dens. We gotta be careful though, because the number of stars does matter. Let's see, where are we anyway? Oh yeah, because I was because the internet cut out when I was doing a thing, wasn't I? Ugh. I ain't doing that. Nope. Level 4 stars. No. I can't do 4-star ones. I can say that confidently with what Pokemon I've got. Especially Poison Dark. Dark is it's the Poison Dark. No, I know it's the Poison Psychic type of Maliwan we're trying to deal with, for fuck's sake. Which is got a big weakness to Bug. So one thing we can do for that is get Scent Scorch higher level for Lunge, but that's level 60. That's quite a lot of levels. An alternative is involving Lofester into Volcarona. Still also quite a bit. Water Dark, okay. 3-star though, we can do that. We just need to use Toxicity. And hope to God that the AI doesn't screw this up. It's part dark, gotta keep that in mind. So yeah. So this is definitely gonna, and also this is actually part 2 of my Wi-Fi extender to see if I don't have to deal with OBS just and my internet just dying horribly and all that. So wait. Oh, I almost made a mistake, and oh god damn, I just noticed that that's a Mudbray. Well, we're only going to be down to 3 Pokemon, depending on what it attacks first, so that's going to be fun. Oh, and for the record, if you enjoy this, you can also check out the Final Fantasy streams. Recently, the previous thing, I horribly parkour, and I'm not joking. The Leap of Faith minigame in the Gold Saucer is terrible. I honestly don't like it. And we actually do answer that call to the sea. Obviously, after the long detour of going into the Gold Saucer as a whole. We did so much damage immediately we get the shield. I think I'm on that precipice where, as long as I've got the type advantage, 3-star, perfect. I can do those easily. 4-star one. Yes, so. I quit. Okay, that's not good. Oh no. On the bright, the Hydro Pump missed. And the solar beam's 2-turn move. Why is everyone that I'm utilising here? Oh wait, no, hang on, this must be using superpower. It actually has a good move. We'll take it. We'll bloody take it. However, that also the fact that we got absolutely wrecked by that one move. Though it was a quit. We gotta keep that in mind. Sadly, we are also going first, which means I'll destroy the shield, which means I'm also not dealing as much damage as I should be. Oh, it should mean that that superpower will actually, you know, do its job, because at the end of the day, it is now gone down 2 on both defenses. And it's playing the Mudbray. You know, it one-shots the Mudbray because of a crit. Why does this Pokemon have such a high crit rate on moves that it shouldn't do? And its ability is Buff Skin, so I guess this is a case of unluckiness. Hydro Pump, yep, no. That Magikarp is more powerful than you'd think. And again, another crit. Everyone's critting but me! And yes, hoping will do the job. I won't bemoan it. Just shows my luck. Obviously, we don't catch it. We've already caught Pokemon in this area. We can't catch it. But we do get one large candy, a rare candy. Ooh, Crunch and Dark Pulse. These are nice TRs to get. Thank you, game. Some medium ones, and of course, I'm like, oh, and Dynamax candy. We can use these ores and candies for making stronger Pokemon. Obviously, we can't do much with Dynamaxing in the next gym fight because that's the Dark Gym. Ball's Cave has nothing, but it is a shortcut to the to one of the other bits, so might as well do that now just to see what else there is. Basically what we need to see is we need to see which dens there are available on Isle of Armor, do the ones we know we can do, don't tempt fate with the ones we don't know whether we can do. Like that 4-star Drapion one, I'm not hedging my bets on it. Because I still believe that the rules apply even in the den. See, 4-star, pure bug though. Can I tempt fate with level 47 Ninetales? I'm gonna hedge my bets. I know I've been saying like, oh, maybe the 4-star ones don't do, but it's like, maybe. Like, we're not gonna catch it. You know what I mean? So we don't have to worry about like, oh, I've gone and caught myself a super cool Pinsir now. Let's celebrate with murdering the Dark Gym, but anyway. So I did start the stream while having other headphones plugged in because, well, on my ears, and it's because I happen to have gotten really into listening to some of the Pokewave songs of Exist. Specifically Tato especially at the moment, like that's just something that's occurred. Not the best setup of AI controlled Pokemon. Not the worst. We've I believe it or not, we've had worse in the past. Did we have it worse on stream though? That's the thing, because I haven't played the game a bit. Because there's anything I've done offline. There's the Sword playthrough, the first proper playthrough, and then there's this. Max Strike on the throat, and it almost kills. Oh boy. Good news, that does that's only a lower speed. That doesn't actually, since it went fast anyway, that means that's how much we do. If the Pinsir never hits us and we never die, but we get kicked out of the thing, that's not a death. I've made the waterfall worse, but I've made the solar beam a bit more instantaneous because of the sun. Still doesn't do much because it's not very effective, but at least it does something. And hey, Mega Punch is actually not a bad move. Didn't do much, but that shows you that, like, once you get to the 4 stars, ooh, it went for guillotine. It went for an instant. Actually, you know what? If it just spams that while we just slowly funnel its health down, that'd be great. Unfortunately, yeah, it gets too much aggressive. Gets free shield. Okay, not too bad. We can work with that. Body slam. Good decision. Pin missile. Okay decision. I mean, you have to break the shield anyway. Sadly, we're now going to have to watch this animation, knowing my luck 5 times. Nope, only 3. Okay. And revenge. Fair enough. Good old bit of revenge! As to be expected. They did it. They worked together to destroy the shield. I'm happy with my AI teammates. And thankfully, Guillotine has very low accuracy. I would have argued it should have done another max strike or something. Take the throw out, you know? Or maybe try and kill Ninetales. Cause me to have my Ubers. Hey, there we go. Super effective, in the sun, we did the job. And also got weakened by the barrier going down. Sadly, we do not catch it. I would love to catch it, but we can't. Leech Life and Bug Buzz! And Megahorn! Yippee! That's actually really good. And some medium and large candies. So, our plan against the Dark Gym has just come to fruition very fucking quickly. I kind of wish I called this part 9 in a way. We got 9 tricks. Okay, we could have evolved that then. So, yeah. Leech Life is base 80. They buffed it at some point. I believe it was Gen 7. Whichever gen it was. Where Zubat suddenly stopped having Leech Life at a real low level. And started having Absorb. So, 2 issues with that. 1, it means it's now got a Grass type maneuver. Great. And 2, it's a weak Grass type move. Lovely. And 3, oh, so you buff the move and you make it so it's harder to have. Yay! Then again, some Pokemon are easily able to have Dig, even though it's had various different stages of being either alright to actually not that bad at, to actually quite good, I would argue. Bug Buzz is a special move of a 90 power and lowest special defense stat. Which, you know, it can be useful. I should probably check what Center Scorch is more in terms of its physicality and speciality. Because we can utilise Center Scorch quite well, actually. Oh, yeah, no. Its defense up, special defense down, which means its attack stat is neutral in terms of its overall effectiveness of having physical attack. Which means, yeah, we could go with Leech Life over Bug Bite. That's really good. I'm not saying that we're not going to do this more, but definitely that's helpful. Also, we can have Crunch, which is also useful. And we can have Ninetales holding Dunk Pulse. And Avalanche. We've got a number of maneuvers. Oh yeah, for the record, we got Toxic Spikes off of Thing. I think that was what we thought last was a poison Pokemon before the stream died horribly. Dragon Claw can't be used by anything. Fire Chops on Nom Junior. Megahorn can be learnt by Dreadnought. Which, you know, Megahorn actually is kind of a nice move. You first would be able to get it in Pokemon on Heracross in Gen 2. About level 54-ish. Now you'd be having to grind quite a while because Gen 2, but you would be rewarded with a very good bug move. Accuracy-wise, yes, it's lower than usual, but it's the risk versus reward. High power, less likely to hit. Leech Life, under that, which is great. I'm going to teach it to Center Scorch because it means that that part of the plan is done. We've got ourselves a really, really good bug move on Center Scorch, which is part of my plan. My other plan is to still level up these Pokemon. Like Ninetales, for example, we can level up and it will be more useful. Especially since we are preparing not just for Piers. Piers, actually, I think now that we've got Leech Life from Center Scorch, actually, we're probably not too badly off. We just need to go around any of the potential other typings that the Dark type has in ways of complementing against its weaknesses and all that, and the typings that his Pokemon have and the abilities his Pokemon have. And we can see what's currently on my team anyway on the thing there, but that's on Nuzlocke. Now, the other factor is, of course, leveling up some of the other Pokemon because Raihan, who does 2 things. 1, he is a weather team, which means he actually utilises weather to great effect. That could be quite bad depending on the Pokemon we use. We do have Excadrill to counteract it a little bit by, you know, actually benefiting as well from the sand. And thing number 2, he has Dragon types, especially Dualodon, not Arcadalion. That's its evolution, and I might have mispronounced it because I've not used it. Go see the Scarlet playthrough. You know why I haven't used it yet. I haven't done Blueberry Academy to the fullest extent. We have got the Twigs, so we can go and evolve Galarian Slowpoke. We have King's Wops, so I could trade for the Cantonian one to not be Slowbro, but you know, that's how it is. We don't have any additional Ice Stones because I used it on that. We have Moonstone, so we can use there. We have 1 Wishing Piece if we really need to use it. So basically, at this point, we've got most of what we need in terms of items for item evolutions. and now it's just having the Pokemon that need to level up. Also doing this at night means we could go for Obstagoon, because we have Zigzagoon. Yeah. Now there are some areas around here that do have encounters we haven't yet had in the Isle of Armor. Primarily the seas. It's basically the seas. And hey, wet candy. Might as well still get 50 watts out of things while we're here. Want to look out into the sea, see if we see anything. Yep, there's a thing over there. We do need to be careful. I can't see. Right. I need to double check where we need to go for the Galarian stuff. Also, I do need to be careful. Part of me was just thinking, oh god, that's a grapple lock. And then it's like, no wait, no, that's our grapple lock. And hey, a dragon scale. Very tough and inflexible scale. Dragon type Pokemon might be holding it when we do things. Involving them. And some bags of Stardust. That's why I'm not wanting to maybe go into the seas just yet. You see what this is? It's a Sharpedo. We actually encountered one in a Dynamax then. These fuckers are fast. Really fast. Like, we're going to encounter it fast. If we don't get to dry land. Just want to get to that Dynamax then. Please game, don't hurt me. There we go. 300 watts, and it's a level 3 Staryu. No, not level 3. 3-star Staryu. Check summary. Is it weakened from its previous encounter with stuff? Yes, it is. It's on 101 health. Okay, wait. So you do have to heal after them. Okay, good to note. And it's not in my party because, yeah. We're going to ignore the pie listing for a moment. I'm just going to... No, wait, no. We're just going to put Alolan Ninetales back in so I can heal Toxtricity. Make sure it's at full so it doesn't die. I know that it's very unlikely for that to happen against the Staryu, but let's face it, we've had worse situations occur in games. Hell, if anything, this is just... Pokemon Sword doing this Nuzlocke has incentivized me that what mistakes I made in the Violet Nuzlocke. A, playing Pokemon Violet. That was a mistake. Really. And at the end of the day, like, honestly, the mistake was playing that as an attempt of a Nuzlocke. I need to maybe find some emulators, play one or two of the games that I played in my childhood for years upon years upon years. If I'm going to do another Nuzlocke after this one, you know, maybe Shining Pearl next, you know? Oh, again, I'm about to just overdrive instead. To be fair, an overdrive would probably not be too bad, you know? Why do I keep saying overdrive? Oh wait, I know why I keep saying overdrive. Because I don't want to make a wrestling reference, for once. Because the overdrive is one of the worst finishes you could ever put on someone. So many people in Ruthless Aggression just randomly had the overdrive as a finisher. And it sucked. I'd much rather they just do the Walker Dropper at that point, because it's the same bloody positioning. At least then it could be like, oh, that's actually somewhat devastating, instead of, wow, I twisted their body a bit. And they had to take a... And they have to either take a back bump and it looks shit, or take a front bump and it looks shit. Because I'm clearly twisting them and it doesn't matter. Oh, hey, come on. Wishy-washy schooling form met the requirements. I don't remember the requirements, to be fair. Poison jab on the Quillfish. Lovely stuff. And of course, Soul Walk using Rock Polish because we got the fucking Soul Walk because it wasn't dead. Well, Wishiwaki's Aqua Tail does prove to be useful as it does break the shield. Thank you, game. We love you, game. So why the fuck are you closing? No, actually no. Update on the game in my area. It's actually closing. it's got currently a 20% off most things, which sucks. I thought it was going to be, well, relatively spent, because it's literally right next to a Sports Nuzlocke, but no. Ooh, Martin Starbuck actually decided he wanted to get a hit in. Wait, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I've made a mistake. You see, we're in Honeycomb C now. I've gone to the dynamics then. You know what we've just done here? This is technically our first encounter. We haven't encountered anything. And it does count, actually. Because Machop was from my den. This counts. Which means I do actually need to do this. We've caught ourselves another Pokemon to evolve, so I'll sort out the spreadsheet in a second, but this does mean we do need to go on to this bit. And I'll continue workout C because that was personal by bit. We're in Honeycomb, and it's a Star U. Nope, doesn't see. Oh, there it is. It does see it. So it's guaranteed catch because we'll just use a Pokeball. Which means I'm gonna need to do the good old nicknaming. Put that down there for the moment because yeah. I think there's like one instance where I haven't actually nicknamed at all in the slightest, and I think that's Wobbuffet. Just check. Wow, I've missed Cowblast on 2 separate occasions. Fucking hell. Oh no, Mantine. No, we did call Wobbuffet something. It's just Mantine, which is yeah. Mantine! Pokemon that's already evolved, thankfully. We're not using. Actually, I'm not sure if I've actually written down every single Pokemon. No, but right, okay, we got some medium candies, we got a large candy, we got Scald, Liquidation, and Muddy Water. Some nice TRs to get. So yeah, this does count as our encounter, so we'll go for it. Yes, we'll give it a nickname. It's genderless, so call it whatever you desire to, obviously. We'll call it Pat. I honestly don't know what to call it, and so that's what we'll do. Also, the nature. Might as well look at what it's got. Special defense up, speed down, rapid spin, swift, power gem, and brine. It is a sassy one. That's what that meant with its things up and down. And yeah, Honeycomb C. So yeah. And I'm going to now double check where the Gallagher Tough would be gotten. Workout C. We're in the wrong C for it. For that one. Even more so than I would have thought. But yep. Okay, that's that, which means we'll now need to go to the spreadsheet and put down Staryu. I didn't double check the level. Oops. While we're in the water, we'll pause so that we're not going to get murdered by a Sharpedo all of a sudden. To our box. Where is it? It is in box 2. Yeah, no, I didn't write everything down. We got Snore 1 and Badoo as well. So, which, yeah, Badoo we can't do. Like, we actually legit can't do because it's happiness in day and then stone. Staryu's level is 37. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's actually really good. And now to double check how it evolves, because I have not used Staryu in... When did Gen 7 come out? like actual, like the original stuff. Sun and Moon, original Sun and Moon. Like, I'm not kidding on this one. I haven't used it like in years. It's got a nice shiny, I'll admit. Waterstone. There we go. That's simple enough. We actually do have a water stone. So that means I can actually clear that up real quick. And Snorwant if so Snow1 is a male one, so level 29 it is male, so we can't go Frostlass because that would be a Duskstone. That would be really easy. Just a Duskstone, we'd have Frostlass, I'd be a happy Chris. Because I've won Do Like Me Frostlass, that's why I would freeze to death on a mountain for Frostlass, for that matter. Level 42! Level 42 for its evolution. And then I just pressed enter like an idiot. So yeah, Budu, not possible. Staryu we can just do whenever with a Water Stone. So that's the point. Like the stone evolutions, I'll do when it matters, when it's actual time to do so. So yeah, I was not paying attention fully. And we're not weighing down Machoke because it's a trade evolution. There's just no need to do so whatsoever. I wrote down Swirlix because yeah. And also, why would I use at this point? It's still nicely leveled. Like, Machoke is not on the table for this. Wait, I need to town map then. So that was Honeycomb Sea. We're up here. There are some islands around there, of course. There is the Honeycomb Island, Insular Sea, Stepping Stone Sea, and the Workout Sea. We want the Workout Sea, which is this sea here. The one where we see the Whale Lord continuously. And these exclamation points is where we're meant to be taking Cubfu in order to actually evolve it. So, yeah. But first things first, for Cubfu, we would have to, you know, level it up quite a bit first, in my opinion. I've done it before. I'm not doing it again without good incentive. Right, okay. Now that we've done this, this means that the Sharpedos, I should probably... pardon me. Put Sereno up front for the purposes of whenever they attack, and of course put Ninetales back on the team because I want it to get levels, and if we happen to encounter one, we'll just murder it. Like the one that's charging after us right now! It missed! Sweet! That saves us some hassle. Also, it means I can get another sight on maybe 1 or 2 Dynamax dens that we haven't gone to yet. Honeycomb Island! So, again, don't know whether or not we're actually able to catch the Pokemon here. I'm very cautious, mainly due to the lack of quick balls we've got. There are combis about, so, you know, maybe we are in the clear, and it's really easy, actually. And it's female, of course it is. No. See, this is the thing, Combi is even lower level than most other things, so it's just gonna end up even... Oh, hey, Pollenpuff. So, chances are we're not gonna... Gives that a Pollenpuff that restores its health instead, yeah. It's got its uses. I think Honeycomb Sea is very much a Combi situation, and, yeah, you know what, we actually could right or wrong from an earlier point in the playthrough. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, Wild Combi, not strong looking in the slightest. We're in the Honeycomb Island. Combi, we could actually have encountered a number of things. I've opted for Combi. It's level 40, so it should be able to survive a stomp. If it can't survive even a singular stomp, then I'm... Ooh, we are tempting fate today, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Killable. Now, this does mean I need to double check what level it does evolve at, because it's a combi and it just broke out. I'll use a different move. Clearly I should. And yes, Chocolate Pug. Probably not the smartest Pokemon to have up front, but it didn't do too much, so it's fine. We've got Ultra Balls now, 46 of them. There was a point when we didn't have many of them, and it kind of screwed us over quite a bit. But we have a female one, and it evolves at level 21. It is already over that level. So, yeah. Vespiquen is what it will become very quickly. As in, I'm using a rare candy right this instant. We're going to put it on the team over one of my Pokemon for the moment and sort that out. It's a little bit of experience for Ninetales, always nice to get. So yeah, Combi. it's female and it's actually able to become Vesperquin. I need a good name for it. I don't know what to name it. Whoopee. I'm rather dumb on that front. However, I do like it. I do like me a Vesperquin. I don't think we've got anything called it because we can't access Nidoqueen till Count Tundra. Let's just call it Queen. It's gonna be our Queen. I shall serve you, Your Highness. Let's take a look at its summary, shall we? So yeah. Combi! It's got a nature that doesn't really mean anything. Quirky, quirky, quirky. It's a quirky combi. Yeah, we caught it. We'll Dreadnought's out for the moment. We'll put Combi in because I'm going to evolve it. Currently has Sweet Scent, Gust, Struggle Bug, and Bug Bite. Fair enough. And it can gather honey after a battle. Because it's a worker, because it's more of a worky bee. It's a worky bee. That sounds wrong. I don't know why I say things that sound wrong. Someone help me. It's a problem at this point. Right, anyway, Dreadnought gets in the box for the moment. Send the Pokemon to the box as it is for the moment. Right. We're in a safe area, so that means, well, outside of other combis attacking. So, yep. Just gonna grab me a rare candy. We have 4 of them in total. Good, good, good. And voila. We caught a Pokemon that I then immediately evolve. Woo. But, you know, I was considering this in like part 1. Maybe part 2. I chose against it, and that choice may have screwed us over potentially at that point for a little bit, where we really didn't have much going on for us. We had like 3 Pokemon because like a bunch died, but yeah, Vesperquin wants to learn Slash, and why would it not? Slash is a nice move. I'll take it over Sweet Scent. It also has pressure now, which really only is effective against other trainers, I would argue, like actual other people online, but you'd see it mainly on like some of your legendaries that don't have their own specific abilities to screw themselves with, like Regigigas's ability, which is really bad. So yeah, now we can go to a Pokemon Center and sort that out. Also, might as well grab the Lowland Diglets. I'm probably not gonna talk to the trainer, to the person that has all these Diglets, because that probably would mean I would have to do more. But it can be worthwhile. XP can be I'm just making sure I'm not missing the Diglets while I'm here. Also, we get to look at Sabrina. Look at it, look at her. Actually, yeah, what do we call her again? Liz. Oh yeah. So we've got Queen, Liz. By God, the spirits be damned, it required 2 Pokemon to contain the one singular soul. That's why I was making a different reference and not referencing the former Queen of England. In that one instance. It's almost like as if I can reference other things then. Because I'm a Brit doesn't mean that I have to appreciate the monarchy at all times. No, I have to appreciate the tea time alarm at all times. That's a fun thing. Any Americans out there? Do you feel gaslighted yet? Do you? Because I tell you what, you're not being gaslighted. It's real. It's so fun. It's so fun having to stop what I'm doing and drink tea. Like you didn't let's face it. You may not have heard it during the Final Fantasy stream. You think you should have heard it, but don't worry. Now that for my area. The thing is that it's very rudimentary. We don't actually have an alarm. In my area, we have a guy called Jeff who will go around neighborhoods yelling for day in, day out. This is his job, and we respect him. He's a good guy. I've talked to him on multiple occasions. Don't be mean to Jeff. But he has to go around. Sometimes with a megaphone, he sometimes uses a megaphone, sometimes he has to yell out the top of his lungs, quite often. And he has to go, oi! No, he says oi to get people's attention. And then he goes on and regaling about how it's time to have a cuppa. Go have a cuppa now. And there's usually like at least 1 or 2 police fans not too far away from him. It's so that those that do ignore it get duly punished. Straight up, that is legit what it is. That is how it works. My area has decided to... I think this was one of the policies the Tory council did. Fun fact, the one area of the county I live in, I probably have said it on multiple occasions which one it is. The area I live in voted Conservative still, so I think we're keeping Jeff for another 5 years, and that's fine. He still gets to be on payroll. I hope the Labour government doesn't do anything bad to him, because, you know, it'd be a real shame, you know. All that time and money spent on making sure his lungs would never run out. He has to keep a good kettle on him at all times while he's out in the street, because he's the one sounding the alarms. That's Chal, I ain't touching that with 10-foot pole. I don't really have a flying type that can deal with that. Yeah, or a psychic type, really. Right, we're back over here. Let's head over to the correct sea now, I think, is the correct move. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, it's fun to see people be like, no, this can't be real. You simpletons. This would have been your fate, Americans, if you stayed under the monarch rule. You declaring that war of independence and France helping you? France did you a fucking favour, so respect the French. Respect the hell out of them, like, end of the day, you're lucky. Some people in this country, oh, they fucking hate the idea that they have to drink a cup of tea. They fucking hate it. They'll get fined if they'll get fined, and they'll be like, I'll take the fine. That's how much they hate drinking cups of tea. And ooh, the Fort Police, they do exist as well. And ooh, even me saying this, like, I'm probably gonna get a phone call tomorrow, and it's gonna be like, hey, you talked about hating tea, how dare you? But it's like, I have to tell the truth. There's me having to regale people as to why things exist the way they do. I hate the fact that I can see man tights. I'm so glad Duke's Claws, but thankfully I think Duke's Claws does play a role in things, and we're not going to get murdered for it, thankfully. Oh, there's plenty of diglets here, so right, work out C. Let's figure this out. Which small island is it? I don't remember which one it would be. Have I, you know what, I could go for railroad. Like, certainly with all the seas that we've got here, it's like, unless there's a patch of grass on any of these islands, we're not catching anything other than a bloody water type. I don't think we're needing more water types, unless we're suddenly fighting a fire team again. Are you the thing? Looking for a certain Pokemon. Have you have a Marowak from around here? How about trading on your Marowak to me? I could give you one from my region. Yes? I don't have Pokemon needed for this trade. Huh. Wait, hang on, that's another way to get a Alolan Marowak then. Because that's the only other form of Marowak, and we don't have normal Marowak. What the fuck? Why is that a thing? Oh god, the shop unit actually is approaching me. I don't have any way to evade anymore. Water types. That's all we can get from here. Are you the person that I can get the item from? When you touch clear, clean sand, it can help you cleanse your memories of the toil you've been through. Oh, you just get to clean up my EVs. Okay, that's useful in its own way. Like, I'm not gonna deny that can be useful if we're going for like hyper competitive optimization. I'm only going for Nuzlocke level optimization, and also beginners Nuzlocking optimization. So, you know, cheating. No, I'm not actually cheating. Otherwise, I'd be not doing this. I'd be playing the bloody game more than this. Dittos! Ditto! I ain't touching Ditto. Mainly just because it actually wouldn't be useful. Like, Ditto would be detrimental, really. Just because it's a normal type that doesn't do anything else. Wait, let's check the map. This is like entertaining wide. I'm thinking I'm on the big square island, which means I'm on the wrong place. I'm gonna need to go elsewhere. Maybe more towards the Lord. And it's Hood Buttock. Oh, fuck, Ringo. We don't have a Wingull, do we? Wingull, why do you exist? Actually, no, that's a lie. Wingull is fine. I think Pelipper is a good Pokemon. Ideally, you're using it on a water team, rain team. But you know, if we quick catch a Wingull, I'm gonna actually. Oh, we quick catch it. What the? We can quick catch a Wingull, but not a fucking. But not. What Pokemon could we gotten? Shinodic. That wouldn't have been too bad. Mawile would have liked that. Sneasel would have appreciated that. What else do we miss? Boltoy, that would have been fucking great. Would have saved me the hassle of having some of my Pokemon murdered. But then we maybe wouldn't have gone for some of the choices we did go for. So, anyways, time for us to nickname it, and I'm going to just go with a simple one. I think we all know what we should go for, based off of the part of England that I live in. The obvious answer is, of course, Minehead. But you were thinking Bristol? Fuck no, fuck those sophisticated twats. Too fucking northern for my taste. For anyone that lives in Minehead, lives in Bristol, and I know certain bigger channels that happen to be there. Oh, I just typed that in the wrong place. It's impish. I do not mean any ill, obviously. It's all just a joke. Unlike the tea time alarm, now that ain't a joke. Actually, it might be time for the nightly ones. Why are you Jeff? Or we know. Anyway, well, it'll send to a box, and we'll ignore the documentation for the moment while we do this, because when I'm thinking of going into a whoa, Sharpedos definitely hate me, don't they? When I'm thinking of going into the buttocks of a Pokemon, I wasn't thinking of a Wingull. I was thinking of the Wailord. Because let's face it, they knew what they were doing, right? The devs knew what they were doing at the time. They saw the opportunity. They're like, yeah, let's put a giant Wailord in the middle of the ocean. And went, yeah, that's a great idea. And they did it. They did it all, they did. And what do we get out of it? Well, we get this. We get, oh, a dubious disc. If we had a Porygon, that would be useful for us to be able to get from Porygon 2 to Porygon C. And then from Porygon C to... Actually, they should... You know what? If they wanted to do a Ravens and Ramble, they could do a Porygon Super. But behold, look at the size of this. This is more realistic for its size. Just giant Wailord. It's a big, huge fuck off whale. I can't help but have a smile on my face every time I see it. It's like I got a smile on my face. I'm getting so much soft sand and no woman. Where be the woman? When I say it like that, I think there's a reason why I should probably not get the answer to that question. Because I honestly, like, I need to figure out which island it is. And also, if we go out of the sea that it's going to be a part of, then that means we've gone too far. But I'm not seeing any islands. That's the only issue. There's an item there, so that means we can definitely land on a coastline of this island. There's a woman there. We'll take a look in a second. We get Overheat. Ah, lovely. It's a fire type maneuver. So, you know, has its use. Yay! Here we go. We got the Galarian Cuff. We can now evolve our Galarian Slowpoke. If we so decide to. We can always bring more, and if we wanted the overall, we're still in the... Oh, pardon me. We're still in the workout C. Damn it, look at that. It's a Rotom fridge. Oh, damn it. Now all the jokes of me referencing trails doesn't work. Well, actually, no, all the other ones I normally do still work. But I can't reference Orbital stuff. No. And welcome to the Stepping Stone Sea. That torpedo is rapidly approaching again. Like, seriously, how many of them are going to do this? Anyway, Stepping Stone Sea. We don't have anything here. So if there's something on this bit of island, we could utilize that. Besides, water types. Oh, Toxic Orb. Oh. If something has Poison Heal, we could give that to it, and then it would always be able to heal itself, and it would never be able to be statused by anything else. It's a win-win situation, really. Tell me, other woman that we've now just met, what do you have? Looking for Galarian product? How many you have a Farfetch from here? If we had a Galarian Farfetch, we'd be able to get a Cantonian one then, which would be worse. Why would we go for the worst option? Because at least Galarian Farfetch evolves rather annoyingly so, but in terms of its evolution requirement, but still, at least it would evolve. And that's what matters more. I've collected more Diglets. I shall probably head to another area completely now. Ooh, a wishing piece. Yeah, let's head. Oh, no, wrong one. Let us head back to the wild area. We can check out the What Trader, see what we can find in terms of Pokeballs that it could offer. Maybe a move. We can go into the water, farm some of the water Pokemon. Spend my rocks. Quick Balls, please. No. Fire Blast, though. Super Power. Poison Jab. Stored Power. And Psychic. This would basically be the best Psychic move we could have that isn't going to have qualifiers to the statement of it is a good move. Some Pokemon really do have that issue where it's just like, yeah, they've got a good move, but it's holded back by the move's gimmick of being worse than you'd want it to be. Also, bloody fucking icy weather. Why is it always so icy in the thing? We're in the middle of March. Actually, within like the last third of it, actually. I seems to be a little worried about what? What was it I worried about? Like, was it worried about Excadrill? Or was it? I'm gonna have to double check what that was saying. Well, anyway, drop kick the Frillish. So what we can do is basically put some of the Pokemon that are just level ups onto the team, and then do that basically. That's an option. Ooh, Topsy-Turvy. I want Topsy-Turvy where the target stat changes become the opposite of what they were. That's actually got its use. But I'm gonna say no for the moment. I'll figure that out later. But basically, that's an option for any future stuff. Hello, Snorunt. I can't do anything with you, and also you're going to be an ice type facing off my grass type. I better one while I can. Also, yeah. Oh, there's it. There's a female one. God damn it. It was like level 9 anyway. I could have stomped it to death, but no. It's female. Why couldn't the one I got be? But okay, I need to calm down. The Walling Fields is icy as well. Oh, it's a good thing that the game likes to have common spawns of Tyros and Panchams. Like right there, Pancham. Hello, Pancham. Pancham. I murder your evolution way too easily. Then again, I guess Pangoro, when it comes to fighting other fighting types, they just didn't realise that it's survival of the fittest sometimes. Anyway, what's in this one? Grass. Poison. Grass poison. In rainy weather. Go Ninetales. Cinder Scorch, if we level up a bit more, maybe we could have gone for that instead. It would counteract the poison, it would counteract the grass. It's 4-star, but we should be fine, I would hope, because it's Gloom. It's not File Plume, so it's not fully evolved, so it's definitely got a ways to go in terms of stats. Also, we can't catch it because of the mount it's on. I think this was the dreaded where Boltoy was a bit. So it could be worse. It could be something like Dust Gold, where it's like, yeah, we could evolve it, can't evolve it fully, but even then, some people would argue maybe don't. Anyways, woo, Ninetales. No, there's this part of me that worries that this bit is if like people who are watching in the future, or right now actually, that it's just not going to be as entertaining as it's just me running around grinding more than anything else. Whereas my mind is more like, I want to make progress, story, 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 and that's probably why we stopped the Mass Effect 3 Insanity one. Grissom Academy is bad. It's a bad level. Like, people who say, oh, just have God King Garrus and all his stuff. It's like, no, even that ain't gonna save you from Grissom Academy. Which is a shame, because, you know, I do think I like seeing Jack in Mass Effect 3 actually being a functional adult in society for once. Instead of just being like, well, everyone's branding me a criminal, might as well be the baddest bitch possible. I like Mass Effect enough to know its flaws. And also I have enough time on my hands where I can tell when people are being idiots on Reddit again. As per usual. It happens way often than you think, actually. Evie uses Helping Hand. Yeah, helping Delmonies this time. Not helping me with my max flares, huh? Is this a slight? Have I been slighted by an Eevee? How dare ye, Eevee? Oh, then again, it is controlled by a kid. So maybe I shouldn't be too judgmental. Besides, Eevee's a good Pokemon. In Let's Go Eevee. You have to use this one. No! Eevee! I should have been nicer while you lived! But then again, I think I've already stated my opinions is that pretty much every evolution has its charms. There's just the ones I like more and the ones I like less. I think that's actually a good way of looking at Pokemon. There's ones you like more and the ones you like less. There are ones you obviously hate, but I don't think there's any that outright makes me go, this is literally the worst thing anyone could ever do ever in all of gaming. You know? And even in all the like monster collecting kind of games. I mean, what? Digimon Cyber Sleuth has like for your first 3 choices, Terriermon and then 2 other twats. Like, who's not going to pick Terriermon? Like, come on. Like Legend CA right now, who's not going to pick Terriermon? Ah, okay, I'm joking. I won't be, because, yeah, hey, Power Whip, Leaf Blade and Seed Bomb. Oh, some good class maneuvers. Might teach one to Serena, you never know. Hello, Timpole. Bye, Timpole. Oh, God, there was an audience in the glass. I was not paying full attention. I could tell when the audition appeared. Oh yeah, I'm wearing the bucket hat still. I should probably wear my hat as like a part of the charm. I don't know. Maybe not. I realised that it's darker in the room than I think, because it's actually well lit outside of the webcam. Like, I think this is just a case of my webcam is not the best, but it's a basic Logitech one, so maybe that's it, you know? Here's another one. Fighting type. Well, we got it's good against fighting. Fairy, bulk assists. We got psychic maneuver on our fire type that does quite a good job with various factors. It's not stab though. We could level up Load and Raichu a bunch and utilize that. Well, you just gotta be careful of dark type moves though. That's the thing with fighting type, is that they've done a good job in making it so that you have to second guess yourself. I want to get out of this bloody ice. Right, thank you, game. At least there's an area that I can actually see. And then I go into the east, like I sort of legally regret my decision making. Actually, you know what? Head into Axe's Eye quickly. I'm not getting anything from here, just in terms of other stuff. But TM95 Air Slash. Actually a really nice flying type move. And it's currently icy, which means, hey, variety. We went here in the last part and like it was like Mudsdale galore. And then like the one Haxorus. Anyway, wait, let's see what we can find over this way. Other Pokemon we could get are like the fossil Pokemon. We could get our hands on some of those. Based off of which ones we've been able to get fossilized pieces of. It would be more grinding, sadly. Like, for a thing where I'm like, hey, let's grind. I've been doing a lot of just riding the bike. I was swerving out the way of the Linoon. Fucking Skorupies. Stupid Scorpion Pokemon. I want to kick it. That's bug type. That's weird. They bug on this part and then it changes to dark poison. So weird. And yet at the same time, not surprised in the slightest, you know? Oh, sand. Love sand. It's so nice to rub into your eyes. Refreshing sand. Dark Fairy. Still does the poison really well, actually. Toxtricity. Let's do this. Ugh, I am not paying attention to whether I've got fuse or not. But you know what? It's probably the best way of looking at it. Just on the presumption I need to not focus on that, because otherwise I'm just gonna think, oh, okay, no viewers ever. And now I'm thinking, no, wait, no, I'm too small to be going, oh, no viewers, that's it, I quit. Because that's the wrong mentality to have. 100% wrong mentality. Maxus, Morgan, because, you know, as much as I want to beat up the Solrock for existing. But you know what, I probably shouldn't be too mean to Solrock. I mean, let's face it, I've got one on Pokemon Go that happens to be decent. I haven't played Pokemon Go in ages though, so it's probably not that good actually. But you know, I need space on my phone. I realised that very obviously. Feather Dance. Interesting approach, making Morgan less likely to be able to hit things hard, physically speaking. Not like it's going to be lasting more than 2 turns, depending on how the other Pokemon go with its stuff. But yeah, Morgan really weak to poison. Really weak. Because that Dark typing does not help. I was a murder Crowfish. No, Mind Focus Slash. It's kind of half expecting like someone to burst him over going, Quillfish! No! And I'll just be like, meh. Oh, he's able to use more moves. God damn it. Fucking false surrender, you bitch. Yeah, Storm Waging is growing stronger because of that. Which means we'll be hitting it fast. He gets the liver turn, because Cosmic Power, doesn't it use Store Power? Which means Solrock is actually legitimately useless in fight, because Psychic is unable to hit Dark. Like, the Hawlucha may actually stand a better chance of helping, because at least it could have a fighting type move it could use. Like Flying Blast. See? A fighting type move it can use! And Quillfish, you know, it was a meat shield at the end of the day. I kind of wish it was the Solrock that was the meat shield, but yeah, what can you do? Some candies, Dark Pulse, and Crunch. That's stuff I'm looking at mainly. The TRs and the candies, so that's nice. We'll go on a candy rush in a minute or something. Oh, actually, you know what? Should probably head towards the nursery actually, because we can utilize Dig and Dura with our Watts. We can also check the Watt Trader that is over here. So yeah, Dig and Dura is there. We could potentially find some stuff. They both not performed well in my opinion. Netball. I mean, at least like X-Scissor and Heat Wave, these are like nice moves. Sludge Wave, we've got one already. Hydro Pump, Crunch, Magic Gun, Fuel. That's not too bad. That doesn't look too bad, but you know, like I must spend these Watts now kind of things, you know. Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon. The stones. Ooh, there's a whole bunch around more this way. Let us head up to the purpley beam of purpliness, where there might be an interplanetary purpley forming dragon. The fact that I can actually say that off cuff, I've spent too long reading the name in my mind just to try and prove those damn Yu-Gi-Oh fans wrong that the name isn't bad. They just don't like reading. Ooh, nightmare situation to get through there. Ooh, it's an Onyx. It's an Onyx. Onyx, Onyx, Onyx. 3-star Onyx, and we have a physical grass type. So, yeah, we might want to use something that uses special, or we could go for something like this. There's several options, actually. Several. You know what, there, let's go Grabalog. Let's just give ourselves the biggest advantage by it being a case of I can use Max Knuckle, weighs the attack, Onyx's defense, that means nothing to me. And besides, it's actually got quite shite health stats, so just like with Shuckle, you can't utilise its defences as well as you'd want it to. I might do a Crystal Nuzlocke. I'm gonna have to look into getting emulation sorted out for that. Because I want to do Crystal Nuzlocke. No, pardon me. Because at the end of the day, there would be no Dynamaxing. There's a good number of routes. There's only like a couple of balls that you probably actually have, so you can't just be like, oh, I'll just quick ball my way through it all, because it does feel a little cheesy. There would be, I'd have to do multiple grinding sessions because I can't just cheese with candies. Yeah, Magikarp Hydro Palm, let's go. I have yet to actually attack, which means 4 shield. Oh, okay, well, my Max Knuckle's gonna take out 2 bits of it. I realise that block is actually a slower Pokemon overall. So, yes, this is a thing. I'm gonna go after this one, because, yeah, people can't be dead. After this one, I think we could head into Hammerlock. Do the evolving of any Pokemon we can evolve through stone and items. Assess the moves we can have on them, and then assess properly which ones we actually want to evolve. Not evolve, use. Right at this moment. Because we've got to deal with the Dark type gym, and then we've got the Dragon type gym literally straight after. There is no in-between stuff other than like 1 or 2 bits dialogue. Mainly just, ow, I was shouting in my own ear just then. How did I do that? Mainly just of being like, oh no, there's a Dynamax, Meowth, no. Or I think per cycle actually. So good. Flash Cannon enjoyable, decent Steel type maneuvers. Not really going to be using them much unless they are really good for Excadrill. But yeah, move on over. Let's go into Hammerlock, and actually first things first. Hey you, do you know Pale Balls? Earth Power though, that's a nice Earthquake. That's really good actually. Earthquake's really good. I don't have the what's for it. No. Oh well. Into Hammerlock we go. Getting out of these weather effects, damn it. And yeah, Spymuff is literally just right there. So it's like, it basically is like, yeah, once it's done with that, it's like Team Yell's wrapped up as well, pretty much, in terms of what they do. So, right. So we're ignoring the site bit for the moment, outside of things, because I'm going to be basically shuffling the whole team up a bit. We're going to put Slowpoke on team. We're going to put Jigglypuff on team, because it's a Stone Evolution. I'm just going to go through some of the Stone evolutions, just get them done. I haven't grabbed the Stone for the Sandshrew, so we'll just ignore it for the moment. Besides, Ice Steel. Which ones are Stone? Oh, yeah, things like this, which can't evolve just yet. Lofesto is actually an option we could go for quite easily. Yes, let's do this quickly. Let's just evolve a few things. Right, Moonstone for Jigglypuff. So now I need to figure out where I put Jigglypuff from here, or we can go to our box. Yeah, the box. Where's Jigglypuff in the box? There it is. Evolve it into Wigglytuff. It's overall higher than that. Yeah, there we go. That's the correct stat total. Pardon me. So the site doesn't update in the box properly. So that's our Moonstone usage. Now we need to go down here for the Waterstone on Staryu into Starmie. This will mean that it has use. Putting it into Starmie, like, it means it would probably be more useful in a sense because, hey, Water Psychic, not the baddest thing, not the worst. Obviously, there's definitely situational awareness occurring when it comes to using it, but, you know, because Dark types exist. Right, and then we want Galarian Slowpoke, which is all the way up here, and we want to use the Galarica Cuff, because we can't get the other one, because we need to go to Isle of Armor, into the Count Tundra, which, yeah, not the easiest, which means we've turned it into a Galarian Slowbro. Galarian Slowbro, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this does mean that it nets Shelled Sidearm. Shell Sidearm. It's a poison maneuver of 90 base special power. Well, this is actually slightly more physical offensive, but it is better than acid, so we'll take it any day of the week. Poisony Psyche. Nice stuff there. And we have a bunch of candies now, so we can level them. We just need to consider what we're leveling. Because on the one hand, Wigglytuff has got that fairiness to it that could be useful. What we'll do is we won't switch up the team just yet in terms of what's on there. We'll go to this guy here and we'll remember a move. And we'll do this with all these because, let's see, it doesn't know anything else. Probably because it has the same level set as its previous form then. Huh. Okay, I've made it possibly useless. We'll be using Toxtricity over it 100% all the time now. Anyway, as for Wigglytuff, as we can see here, it actually does have a number of maneuvers we might want it to have, actually. Like, at the end of the day, Play Rough has its usage as a nice fairy maneuver. I'm actually going to have it over the Spit Up Swallow Stockpile affair. Just give it some maneuvers. Sadly, we have to do it like this. Otherwise, I'd happily do it differently, but I can't really, so... Unfortunately, it doesn't really have much more I would have on it, really. I mean, Body Slam's useful, having it over Covert. Maybe Stockpile is still useful. Like, we'll leave it at that for the moment, and maybe we'll just have to go for stuff. As for Starmie, it does get a bunch of really nice moves, like, let's face it, Surf over Brine. That's really good. Like, legitimately, like, we may swap out using Dreadnought and use Starmie instead. When it comes to stuff, because, I mean, hey, Psychic. Having access to Psychic is really, really good, I gotta say. Anything else I would want on it, other than the moves we have? Confuse Away, Wild Gun, Harden, Tackle, Hydro Pump, Cosmic Power, Recover, Light Screen, Brine, Tie Beam, Swift, Minimize. we could go for minimized strats, where we just raise our evasiveness continuously. We could actually legit do that. Recover can be useful. Rapid spin, which we've got on it, can also be useful. We're King Power Gem for coverage. No on that. Right, let's put them in the box now. Put what we had on before on here. This is just so that I have it all properly done, and I'm not gonna end up thinking I've done something wrong. Where's Excadrill? There it is. Right, okay. Oh yeah, Ninetales. We need to remember Ninetales' moves as quickly. Lowland Ninetales is for that matter. It can have access to Powder Snow, Blizzard, Grudge, Sheer Cold, Aurora Fail, which, yeah, can be useful. Mist, Imprison, Ice Beam, Extra Sentry, Ice Beam. We want Ice Beam on it, damn it. Over Ice Shard, 100%. And yeah, no, Aurora Fail is a real good move actually. It buffs its physical and special defense essentially. Like, it just reduces the damage, and with the right snow related abilities it can do so immediately. Like turn 1, just boom, Aurora Fail, and now it's gonna not get hurt as badly. So any battle where we start with it, we can actually do stuff with. Anxious Sentry would just mean it similar with the other Ninetales, we just have access to good psychic type maneuver. So yeah, that's useful. We are going to level this up. We are 100% going to level it up. I'm not going to use all my like super cool candies immediately, but we are going to use some of them. We got to moderate it. So if I throw 10 medium into it, that nets us 30,000, puts out 33, that's useful. And then if I use 4 of the large, that nets another 40,000, gets us to 42. That's actually really good in terms of level. We also got to keep in mind that the Pokemon I put in the team can also get some experience by doing the fight with peers. And we do get a bunch of fights against other trainers before fighting Raihan. But they're primarily just... Oh, God, no, don't do this to me. Google. Don't do this. I gotta refresh the tab. There we go. Kind of just freezed up on me. So here's the thing. Piers' team level cap is 46. Then Raihan's is level 48. Now, Ninetales is actually probably not a good option for Raihan's gym, even though Dragon, because it is ground and rock related. And 2 of the 4 Pokemon have bloody fighting type maneuvers in Body Press, so yeah. Ninetales is actually probably the worst choice, but I leveled it up anyway because I'm a fanatic when it comes to certain Pokemon, I guess. So yeah, I think if we want a fairy for that, for the gym, we may go for... we don't really have any other options though, darn it. Right, okay, Pokemon I want to evolve, we need to consider quite a bit now. We need to consider our options, very much so. Outside of that, Piers' team, I've been looking at, like, now with some of the other Pokemon we've got, Vespiquen is being recommended because Bug. Now, Malamar is the point that I'm like, ugh, and it's like, because we need to deal with the 4 times. If we can hit it on its 4 times weakness to Bug, that'd be really useful. Scrafty is probably what's going to be out front, however, which means we have to deal with its fighting dark type, which means Fairy is useful, Flying's useful, Fighting is useful. Sadly, a Alolan Ninetales takes quite a decent bit of damage from fight. Then again, it's Ice Fight. Fairy does resist fighting, so it's actually probably not as bad. Its defenses are probably not the best. But you know what? No. What am I doing? None of Ninetales is on the team. I'm just going to level it up a little bit more. Like, just a tiny bit more. Like, I'll use another 10 medium. Yeah, 47. That's great. No, this is good. It can go up front against Pierce with the Scrafty. Against the Scrafty. I want to use my remaining 12 medium on Center Scorch. Get it higher level. There we go. That's good. It gets Crunch. That's also good. We'll have it over Bite. This is useful against many of the Dark types. Right. I want to put... Now, as much as I like Vespiquen, I will admit it's probably not the best option. Put it in the box. Because it is a weaker Pokemon overall. And we have Larfesta. I want to add Larfesta to the team for the moment. Then we can assess that it, as a Larfesta, it's not the best. Like, it actually can probably take a hit. Like, 1 or 2 hits, potentially. But that's obviously not what we want out of it. We want it to be for Corona. It would be another Bug Fire, sure. But it would also get access to its Bug and Fiery Stabs that are really nice to have. So, yeah, I'm going to basically hope to God we evolve it. No, level 44, I ain't going to evolve. Gets Leech Life automatically, which is really good. Have over Bug Bite. We do need to choose its moveset a little bit more on that one, but... And it also wants to learn Bug Buzz. Huh. Well, I've over Struggle Bug, like, for the moment. And sadly, it's not evolved. Because if we look at our document, Larfesta evolves at level 59. That's the issue with Larfesta. Is it evolves so much later than most other Pokemon would ever. That it's actually kind of bad in that sense. Like, we would have to have it on the party solely so we can level it. Which means I would not be using it beyond a set point. Which is a little shame. Otherwise, the Skunk Tank, we just need to make sure that Extriel's able to get in there and is just going to die immediately. Which probably isn't the case, but Sucker Punch can hurt. So just have to be careful on that front. And then Obstagoon is back to fighting and Fairy and Bug. So, in reality, like, Serena's probably not the best pick on the team, basically. I'm saying this knowing what we've got to deal with. And so I need to figure this out still. Oh. I think I'm getting tired, and that is affecting me choice making. Wingman gets put back in the box for the moment because it is basically a case of I need to grind to get it to the point of Larfesta, to Volcarona. So no, that's the Marnie fight that we did earlier, last time. It does recommend Vespiquen. Where did it put in the books bit? Vespiquen. No, that's Torkoal. Vespiquen, if it's of level, basically resists most of what Scrafty can do. Malamar can hit it hard, but I can hit it harder back, potentially. Also, it's based off of, like, level. Like, if it's of the same level and all that. Skuntank, again, is another case of, like, yeah, it can do stuff, but also not. An Obstagoon. Throat Chop can be hurtful. Counter can't do anything too bad. Maybe, yeah. We'll have Vespiquen as backup, and then Vespiquen as backup, and pretty much Fighting and Fairy deals with the Scrafty. Bug and Fairy deals with the Malamar. We've got bugs sorted out now. Skuntank has stuff to it. And that. And I think the flying aspect is because of the Scrafty as well. Right. And then... I don't want to say, like... not normal Ninetales. That would be bad, but I'm not sure what else I'd go for at this point. Like, again, if we look at the recommendations, the same with Choke, which, I mean, yeah, not a bad option, not a bad one. I'm just thinking aloud what would be better for the situation at hand. Yeah. Actually, yeah, if I work on Lefesta and Vesperquin, like, I heal up everyone, I go back out there, I farm some of the dens. If I was high enough level, I don't want to go to... See, here's the thing. If I was high enough level, I would be able to, say, maybe go to the Count Chandra. But I'm not, and I'm not losing a fight on purpose, where that means a Pokemon dies, and normally that would mean you're out of Pokemon, you lose, good day sir, occurs, and I'm not doing that. I think that's a bit too cheesy. The Grass Fairy, that is, Morlul, don't fight others. We can take it on with Thunder Scorch. Right. Since it is still the 20th, I will ponder the question. How's everyone been? Think to yourself for a moment. How have you been? Have you been good? Have you been bad? Have you been somewhere in between? For anyone watching this after the stream has occurred to its fullest extent, you can always comment. Why do we have a Wishy-Washy on a fucking grass? We have Krillfish and Wishy. Good news, we're GMAX Centinfernoing them with Center Scorch. But like, oh, the choice making of the game, I swear. Issue with Excadrill is definitely going to be like, I'm going to have to switch it in, and then there's just that percentage chance where it is just too flail, too weak in terms of defenses, where it just ends up being like, well, we tried, it came in, and died. You don't want that. Skuntank have also in the past had access to this little move called Flame. They're all using moves that means effect spores occurring. That's lovely. I love the game. I like it better if we didn't do shit it's going to cause me pain in the future, but you know. And yep, there's Max Overgrowth on the Jolty. Okay then. You know, game, I do have to say, going for the move that's good against a bunch of the Pokemon on here and not hitting one of them with it, not the strat I would have gone for, because the Jolteon's on a timer anyway. Like, thankfully it'll hit first, destroying the shield, which means we now just G-Max and Fano and win, but still, like, personal decisions by the game all around, personally. G-Max Centinferno! One thing I'm excited for about Legend CA is definitely going to be the customization. It's going to be great, because, like, look at this. Like, Sword and Shield did it right. Sword and Shield did it better than Scarlet and Violet. I've made my mind on that. Ooh, that ain't big. And Agility. Agility is alright, I guess. I've made my mind on it that the school uniforms were too limiting. If they just didn't do the whole school uniform thing, I think it could have been better received in terms of the customization. People would probably be like, oh yeah, customization is good, and people would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But because of the school uniform bit, it's like, what customization there is, you're like, no, it's alright, but none of it's going to fit with the fact I'm wearing a school uniform. And I think that was a hiccup. Even though it's like 100% lore-wise, makes perfect sense. I'm not gonna. Oh, very frightening. Oh, darling, hello. Hello, Sneasels. I don't get the Sneasel at this point. That's a beware. My best bet would probably be Grapple Lock, because it's part normal, which makes it weak to fighting. Oh, fuck! That was the mic falling. I think I might have accidentally stood on the wire. My apologies immensely there. I did not mean to do that. I was just readjusting myself and I must have stood on the wire. I think the only, you know what, I think the thing that stopped me from that person that showed up, I don't know if they're still here, and started listing a bunch of things that I've been interested in. Like, dropping my Discord username in the chat, like, I think that's probably what makes me like, the most thinking it through, because, I don't know. Just putting it in a chat, in my YouTube chat bit, and then I don't know what could occur from there, you know? We actually haven't got a bad lineup here, outside the Sword Walk. Like, Throw will probably use, yeah, Throw will use the right sort of move. Shame about the shield. It's not like it's whatever, but, yeah. And Sword Walk's useless, which means we don't get the thing we want. Also, yeah, hang on, we're all quite slow Pokemon. And then my Pokemon's faster than okay, well, that's rare. That's a rare situation. Also, it hit me for quite a bit. It uses Psychic. It actually does have a move it can use. Yay! Solwalk surprising me. Woo! I am happy about that. Also, god damn it, part of my nose. I think, yeah, I think this definitely is I actually do, I do want to ask people, anyone who's watching right now, anyone who watches this in the future, recommend me some channels that have done Nuzlocks. I want to watch some Nuzlocks, see how they do things, and not be judgmental just because I see, like, randomly in my feed one day just someone doing, like, basically I can't do anything but fight at the lowest level kind of thing, because that doesn't sound entertaining to me unless they're very good in the personality side of things in a highly edited video. But like an actual proper Nuzlocke playthrough that's done very much, most of it all in recording form, like an actual let's play, you know, that's definitely something I would be more interested in, because that's the sort of thing I would, because I can then have that on while I'm doing things off stream, and that would be nice. This is a Berserker, it's a tier 4, I'm gonna go with Grapple Lock and hope for the best. Don't fight others. Because, you know, there's probably some good stuff out there. And, you know, and yeah, I don't mind the entertaining stuff as well. I don't mind the entertaining stuff. I don't know, I'm very hesitant of, like, the giant hole that is challenge ones. Sometimes. Like, it's solely just because I don't want to feel like I need to then do more. It needs to be more harder. It needs to be more challenging. Like, find a sensible level of challenge for yourself and just be at that level. If you think you're ready to go to a higher level, try. If you're not capable of it, then that's not a bad thing. Know your limits. Like, let's face it, I know my limits. Mass Effect 1 Insanity? Hell yeah. Mass Effect 2 Insanity? Depends on class. Mass Effect 3 Insanity? Fuck no. All that footage I lost of doing quartzless for Cold Steel 1? Maybe not so useful. Maybe not so good. Because the Trooper gates and Turret gates. Basically, enemies that are basically immune to physical attacks. And you need arts to basically murder them in any way, shape, or form, and that Max Steel Strike just murdered Delmi's. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. Oh dears. We didn't hit a shield yet though, so either we're about to hit the shield or it's going to be a case of we do like a real good hit and then of course my allies are doing support maneuvers rather on the helping hand on the feather dance there, you fools. Yeah, we're in the shield now. We preferred it if we didn't. If we hit the move and then had the shield occur and then I get to hit the move because oh fuck. Okay. See, this is what I meant by there's a chance we can get back. I mean, on the bright side, it looks like what's gonna happen is we're gonna get thrown out without Grapple Lock taking the fall. Or I can just run, because we're not winning this. We're not winning this one. I would have to break the shield with 1 ton of Dynamax left. Delmize gets one-shotted, Horlucha gets one-shotted, Eevee has probably got a Focus Slash. And we can't escape. Oh god, we can't run. Okay, well, we can try our best. Now it's helping handing me. Great. Just Max Steel Spike the Delmize. Fake! Oh, okay, the game's gonna really do that. And Home Claws. Yeah. It's probably gonna think it's got enough attack boosts for Grapple Lock. I take out 2, but now we need to coordinate a 2-hit shenanigan. Which, yeah, considering it's already took out 2 Pokemon, it's like, no, this is not a good situation to be in. On the bright side, we do have reversals. Like, while it shield is up, reversals probably better. But then again, we are slower than the Horlucha, the Failies. It's going to keep using Fake Out, and you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it using Fake Out like a fool. And if it's just going to do this loop of Fake Out, Home Claws, we'll happily take it, where we can hopefully maybe win. Barrier's down, which means its defenses go down, which is great news. The Shadow Ball's going to definitely deal a bit more better damage. There we go. White superpower it is, because now we aren't Dynamaxed, so it's going to have to basically, we can't overuse it, because if we do, we kill ourselves essentially. Flying Press would work. Horlucha. Let me show you how it's done. Haha, we did it, we won. My doom saying was pessimistic at best. We can't catch it sadly because of whatever it is. We do get some more large candies, medium candies, fat candiable, okay, right. Let's see then. We've basically mostly run out of what we could get. I haven't updated what I want on the team, did I? I want to put first becoming Lofesta there. Lofesta may just be a case of we just happen to have on the team as backup. And what I'll do is I'll level up Vesperquin, make it stronger. Where Where's my XP candy? There they are. I really want full Corona. We gotta see if we can do this. 10 levels. That's not a takedown. We need 10 levels. If I can get it to 40, 54, 55, or 54. Keyboard moves. How much do we have rare candy wise? 5. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Yep, we can get to 59. It's over leveled. Oh, I just did that wrong. It's over leveled. Horribly so. But it does mean we get full Corona. Where is it? Where is it on here? Where is it? I think I realised that my team essentially could be... Where the fuck is it? Hang on. Let's sort by what's actually... No, that's not from the team. Let's sort by what's actually on the team. There we go. Here it is. Full Corona. Let's go. We like ourselves having full Corona. It is the Sun Pokemon. And it wants to learn Quiver Dance. Lovely stuff. Upon evolving, it actually becomes more useful on using special attacks. Lovely. And Quiver Dance is great for setup. So we'll have it over Flame Wheel. I realise I've got a lot of fire and a lot of bug. Actually now. And that's fine. You know what? We've done a good job here. We've done a real good job. We can also just like double check what we could have on it. Like overheat. We could go for having overheat. Like just like guarantee ourselves like a real good attack. I want to double check what we could put on Vespercrane because we did get at a higher level than normal. Similarly with full Corona, there might be things we can do with it. So we'll go back into Hammerlock because we can fly over to Spikemuth anyway, so it's not an issue in terms of that. But basically, the way that the fights are going to go, we're going to have Spikemuth, we're going to have Hammerlock, and then we've got 2, and then we've got Route 10. Akuzai is actually going to be accessible properly, depending on the weather, depending on what we find. And then there's no real proper boss fights until we're at the Winden semi-finals. So we'll end up, which, yeah, no, hold on, I'm sure this is the wrong order of affairs. I swear you do the Bede fight before some of these other fights. But you do the championship match fights. The championship goes Nessa, B, Raihan for Sword. Alistair would be there instead if you were on Shield. All the Pokemon teams will be fighting in Winden will be high 40s up to the mid 50s. And like there's nothing really in between Raihan and Leon outside of the Rose fight and the fight against Eternatus, which could screw our team over quite a bit. It actually could happen. Because then Leon's level 65 is his highest level with his Charizard. And of course we made it so he has 2 fire types. But yeah, he also has 2 dragons, 2 ghosts. Like there's a lot of overlap on his team. Like Leon is not the greatest champion, to be honest. Like there's been better, there's been worse, you know. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm leaving the Pokemon Center when what I want to do is head in here and not nickname, no. We want to remember a move. I want to see what we've been missing out on Vesperquin because of its level. AKA its orders. It has Defend Order and Attack Order. Attack Order is an attack move that lands more easily with critical hit, and Defend Order increases the defense stats. We also can have Toxic. And some of these various moves that, you know, coverage and all that. yeah, that seems about it really. We'll have attack order because it's actually going to be really useful comparatively to bug bite. Right, yeah. Yeah, I want it to have a proper moveset, damn it. And in order for that to be the case, I'm going to go for defend order over having struggle bug. 1, 2, and ta-da. And then we're gonna give it none of this stuff. We can give it air slash over gust. So you know. Ooh, pardon me. Now for full Kiwanis, is there anything that we could possibly have on it that isn't the things we've got on it? We only have Ember still, what the fuck? Leech Life is useful, but it's less useful than having Bug Buzz, which we've got. So there's Amnesia, Heat Wave, Screech, Bug Bite, Flame Wheel, Struggle Bug, Gust, String Shot, Fire Spin, Flare Blitz, Double Edge, Takedown, Wall Charge, Whirlwind, and Fiery Dance. May also waste special attack. I mean, it's not Flamethrower, but it will do. It will do. Like, seriously, like, that's really useful. So yeah, actually, this team works quite well, and I just think we'll run through the gym with Graplock up front. This team is gonna be changed afterwards, 100%. We're taking on various dark types, I think. No, not that. No, we could have Volcarona up front, but also Vespercon up front as well. In the event of team battles, we'll have Sand Scorch there as well. Basically, outside of maybe like because it's weather battles that we'll have to deal with, we'll swap out like maybe Sand Scorch gets swapped out, and then also Vesperquin, and like we'll put in Toxtricity, we'll put in something else that would be more useful for that purpose. And then, yeah, I think that'll be it. I think we're done with the grinding for now. I'm getting tired and want to go to bed. So, I'm not sure about tomorrow, but at some point, most likely during the weekend, next time on Pokemon Sword, we'll go fight Piers, we'll fight Raihan, I'll draw a thumbnail that looks rather shite, to represent what we'll be doing in the part, or just something in general. Maybe I'll try drawing me hugging a Volcarona and burning to death because of it, just for hilarity. Maybe I should draw the various fire types I seem to keep using. You know, maybe I find someone to commission like a team lineup of like some of the Pokemon I've really enjoyed using on Sword, specifically on this Nuzlocke and all that. Don't know. If you do enjoy what you see, you can always check out the other stuff on the channel I've brought up before, but there is the Final Fantasy 14 playthrough I'm doing currently, and other things I've done on the channel as well over the time of me doing things here on YouTube. And well, up to a certain point. Yeah, that Tomb Raider playthrough is never going to be resurfaced. I think it's done for good. Darn. Other than that, if you enjoy what you see and you keep wanting to see more, you can always subscribe. Won't force your hand, but it will at least notify you when I do this, so, you know. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you all.